Hello, JDs and Littlemen. Um, Welcome back to another episode of Record Collecting from A to Z here on Bryce and Bigham. We've got a really long one today just because I'm trying to get through the last cube of this shelf. There are 6 cubes for us to go to. And I've got about 20 records in this stack, so we'll get it out of the way. A lot of them are like multiple artists. So without further ado, here we go. First record, Duster, Contemporary Movement. My brother's a big slowcore guy, and he's actually seen Duster. I don't know if it was once or twice, and he said they're great live. They're kind of similar to Bowery Electric, one of the other records that I reviewed, but I don't know if I could ever go see these guys live. This would make me, I feel like I would be too sad to actually enjoy the concert, especially because this record has Me and the Birds on it. And that song fucks me up a little bit. Just a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it, there's a lot of stuff. Up next, Bob Dylan. Now, I have more Bob Dylan somewhere, but this is the one I have on me. And I think this was my dad's. I know it's an original pressing, but I love Freight Train Blues. That's one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs. But, you can't go wrong with any Bob Dylan. He's great. I'm missing all my John Denver records. They would be here, but my dad actually is hanging on to those. It's kind of a travesty the way he's storing them. They're like face down in the attic. Luckily, not luckily, it does get hot as hell in Tennessee, so I'm assuming they're slightly fucked. But oh well, it's still cool that they exist. But there's nothing I can do about it. Let's see, up next, got Dry Cleaning. This is one of my favorite bands from London. Kind of indie. Well, not kind of indie. They are indie, but what I'm trying to... She's kind of like spoken word. So they have some really strong beats that they play to, and then she kind of speaks over it. So it's different than normal music, but holy shit is it good. And they're about to release a new album. But this one's just new long leg. I would give this album a solid 9 out of 10. Scratch Card Lanyard, or Lanyard, as they say, is really good. Strong Feelings is good. Her Hippo's good. New Long Leg is good. And then I like John Wick on here too. There's a song called ALC, which I'm sure it has a different meaning in England than it does here in the US. But ALC in high school is if you beat the shit out of somebody or whatever, they would send you to ALC, and it's like school prison. It's literally in the Tennessee prison complex, and they'd stick you in there with all the other ne'er-do-wells and take you out of the gin pop of high school, which I always found kind of funny. So here's a shit ton, and I'm going to break these up by band just because I have so many here. So first we got the Eagles. These are all first edition. Really, really good shit. Hotel California is like the fan favorite. Everybody loves this one. The title track alone is enough to get somebody to stick with that. But one of my favorite Eagles records is just like the Greatest Hits record, which is, isn't a full album, but it's got all their good shit on it. Except this was actually before Hotel California came out. So it doesn't have Hotel California on there, which is funny. But I like this one too. This is just the Eagles live, and this has all the good stuff. So it's got like Hotel California, Heartache Tonight, New Kid in Town, Desperado, All Night Long. Take It Easy is probably my favorite Eagles song. It just makes me want to go speed on a country road, or go pound a bunch of beers at the beach or something. I don't know. And take it easy. Like the song says. And I'm absolutely sure that that's why they named it that way. Take it easy. Don't let the wheels drive you crazy. Okay. Here we go. Echo and the Bunnymen. This is one of my favorite records until we get to the J's. But I love Echo and the Bunnymen. This is like a promotional copy. My aunt used to work for Record Bar. Got some worth to it, but this just has The Killing Moon and Do It Clean on it, and these are recorded live. I love Echo and the Bunnymen. I've seen them once, and they're featured in my favorite movie, Donnie Darko. I'm pretty sure it's The Killing Moon that's in there. That whole movie's great. Like, sidebar, young Jake Gyllenhaal is fucking awesome. Totally worth the watch. Up next, we have a shit ton of ELO. Now, my mom is a big ELO fan. And this is the one everybody knows. This has, Mr. Blue Sky on it. And that's literally the ELO song that blew up most recently. But I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I'm missing the cover to this, so I have no idea what this album is. I don't think it says, which is whatever. But that's good. Good enough. But ELO is great. I grew up on them. My neighbor, Mark Goldstone, he's a lawyer. He's the one who gave me most of the yacht rock records. He was a big fan. So a lot of these are getting into yacht rock. Like Elvis Costello. He's not so much yacht rock, but I do like Elvis Costello. But this is the only one I have from him that I'm aware of. And this one's also from my aunt. It's a promotional copy. And that's one thing I like about my record collection is a lot of them are like rare or like promo copies just because she worked at a store. Like I have a life-size cutout of Joe Jackson at my house. Who the fuck has that? I don't know. I do. But that's really cool. We had one of Michael Jackson, but it scared the hell out of my brother. Because, I mean, you wake up and look at Michael Jackson. He kind of looks like a zombie. Okay, up next. I think this is also... No. Okay. So, up next, we got all these Emerson, Lake, and Palmer records. Now, these are really fun. So I'm trying to find my favorite one here. Probably just Works. This is like their collected stuff. It's a double LP. It's got like 25 songs on it. So I'd recommend just like looking for this one. You don't have to buy it, but definitely take a listen. They're a band that everybody needs to know. They're up on my list to listen to next. I'm trying, like every year, I've got my record collection, right? But every year I try to listen to a new album every day, be it one like I've never heard before or one I just want to listen to again. So I kind of go in order with that shit. But Emerson, Lake, and Palmer's on there. Up next is the soundtrack to Eraserhead. Now, this is a great movie. Great David Lynch film. Rest in peace, my brother. But love this album. And there's actually like a poster that came in here that you could frame. But yeah, this is great record. And I like having soundtrack records for the most part, but I don't get to play them too much. It's just a cool collector's item. See, up next, this is just two random records actually that I picked up in Nashville. One's Jack Evan Johnson. This one's okay. It was cool to listen to once. I haven't listened to it again. But this one fucking blew my mind. This is Evans to Death. Evans the Death. And it's Expect Delays. This album fucking rips. And it's very surprising because it was like $5 and I was like, there's no way this is going to be good. It's fucking great. I love it. Love it to death. Definitely recommend listening to that one, surprisingly enough. So if you've got, 25 minutes to spare in your life, give it a listen. Bitch at me if you don't like it. I'm open to suggestions. And up next we got two of my dad's favorite records, actually. This is Fabulous Poodles. I've never really sold more than like 10 records in my collection, but I remember in high school, I was a little short on cash, and I was like, all right, fuck it. These are both promotional copies. Maybe I'll get some scratch. And my dad busted me walking out the house with these. And I got a fucking earful. I had never listened to them before. They rip. I love these guys too. Bionic Man is really good. This is like classic shit. Kind of in the whole like Brit pop stuff. They remind me of the Jam and the Replacements and everything. Not that the Replacements are British, but kind of that type of music. So I'd recommend listening to them too if you need a new band to listen to. And then let's see, I've got two more here. One, Donald Fagen. I actually haven't listened to this one. This one's Sloan's. That got like passed on to me. He's still alive, but he gave it to me, which is great. But up next, this is one of my favorite metal albums. I've seen Fall of Troy 3 times. This is Doppelgänger. It's signed. I treasure this shit. They're so great live. And both of the times that I've seen them, they came with, what's his face? A Lot Like Birds, which is Kurt Travis. And he was one of Dance Gavin Dance's lead vocalists. So it's really cool that he's still making music. And they actually released a new song a couple days ago, I believe. The two A Lot Like Birds records I have were the very first ones I showed in my collection. But yeah, I definitely recommend listening to Fall of Troy. They're pretty hard. But I don't think anybody will be too disappointed by it. But all right, that's a wrap for today, and we've officially made it through the first cube. I have no idea how many records that is, probably like 50. But we're starting to get into the meat of the collection. A lot of good records in that little area right there, but you know, these next couple cubes are more on the newer side and have some record store day collected, you know, items that I've waited outside for and shit like that. So it's gonna get good, but we'll finish this series soon, ish. This is probably gonna be like a 16 episode thing, and then we'll do CDs. Just because there really is so much fucking music, and I'd like to talk about it more. It makes me happy, and that's one thing I'm learning is how to, you know, be happy. I've been struggling with going into work full time. You know, I graduated high school into COVID. You know, went to college and kind of got locked up in an apartment for 3 years, and it created some issues in terms of getting out in the world. So I'm kind of cliche as shit, trying to like rediscover myself and figure out what makes me happy. And music's always been a constant. So I'm quite surprised I've never posted about it more, but you know, I'm planning to do some more album reviews and go through some more collections, maybe do a record store tour. There's a lot of fun shit coming up. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and the likes. See y'all soon.